ओके, लास्ट टाइम हमने रिलेशंस के बारे में पढ़ा था, टाइप ऑफ रिलेशंस। ओके, तो अब एक दो एग्जांपल देख लेते हैं हम लोग। लेट x, y belongs to R, defined define x related to y if and only if x minus y plus root 2 belongs to Q complement, then R is first reflexive, second symmetric, third one transitive, fourth one equivalence relation, next anti-symmetric, symmetric relation, and the last one is partial order relation. Partial order relation. Okay, so here is the example of uh, we have given an example, that is x y belongs to R. Okay, real number defined x is related to y if x minus y plus root 2 belongs to Q complement. Okay, then R is, ये सब हमको शो करना है, we have to show that. Now solution. If पार्ट ए कर रहे हैं, if y equal x, then x minus y plus root 2 equal x minus x plus root 2, that is equal root 2. Okay, and root 2 belongs to Q complement. This implies x minus y plus root 2 belongs to Q complement. This implies x related to x. It means R is symmetric, sorry, reflexive relation. Okay, we have proven that R is reflexive. The second one, x, let us say 1 plus root 2 and consider y equal 1. Then we have x minus y plus root 2 will be 1 plus root 2 minus 1 plus root 2, that is equal to root 2, okay, which belongs to q complement. So okay, this implies x is related to y. Consider consider y minus x plus root 2 equal 1 minus 1 plus root 2 plus root 2, that is equal 1 minus 1 minus root 2 plus root 2, which is equals to 0, and 0 does not belongs to q complement. Okay, this implies y is not related to x. This implies r is not symmetric. Trick relation. Okay, clear? Now c part, that is transitive. X equal, let's say, minus root 2 upon 2, y equal 1, and z equal root 2 upon 2. Okay, so x minus y plus root 2 will be minus root 2 upon 2 minus 1 plus root 2, which is equals to mm, minus root 2, सॉरी माइनस 2, इसको सॉल्व करेंगे, देन ये हो जाएगा माइनस 2 प्लस रूट 2 upon 2, which belongs to q complement, and y minus z plus root 2 will be 1 minus root 2 upon 2 plus root 2, which is equals to 2 plus root 2 upon 2, that belongs to q complement. This implies x related to y and y related to z, y related to z. Okay, but x minus z plus root 2 equal minus root 2 upon 2 minus root 2 upon 2 plus root 2, which is equals to 0, and that does not belongs to q complement. Okay, so r is not, this implies r is not transitive. Relation. Since, as we know, and for the d part, okay, as we know, if a relation is reflexive, symmetric, and transitive, then that relation is known as equivalence relation. Okay, here we saw that the given example. Okay, okay, here is the example: reflexive, symmetric, transitive. Okay, so it is reflexive but not symmetric, also not transitive. Okay, that's why the given relation is not a equivalence relation. Okay, mean this implies clearly R is not an equivalence relation. Okay, next one, part E, that is anti-symmetric relation. Okay, so let's consider x equal root 2, y equal root 3, then x minus y plus root 2 will be root 2 minus root 3 plus root 2, that is equal root 3. Okay, sorry, root एक wait a minute, there is a mistake. Okay, हाँ, 2 root 2 minus root 3, which belongs to q complement. This implies x is related to y. Okay, now y minus x plus root 2, which is equals to root 3 minus root 2 plus root 2, that is root 3, which belongs to q complement. So y is related to, wait a minute, y is, this implies y is related to x, but x and y does not equal. This implies R is not an anti-symmetric relation. Okay, is it clear? Here we see that x is related to y and y is related to x, but the condition that is x does not equal y. That's why this relation is not an anti-symmetric relation. Okay, all clear? Here x is root 3 and y is x is root 2 and y is root 3. Okay, both are not equal. And the last one, the part F, that is partial order relation. And as we know, for the partial order relation, a relation must be reflexive, antisymmetric, and transitive. Since the given relation is not transitive, also not an antisymmetric relation, that's why the given relation is not a, partial order relation. Clearly, R is not a partial order relation. Okay, all clear? If there is any question, feel free to ask me in the comment box. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.